Okay, so he has a little energon bullet for his ion cannon. The ion cannon itself. He has this little double-barreled gun, which will turn into a gun turret for Hot Rod. And there you go, it opens up. He has blast effects, a layer blast effect, a big blue blast effect for the ion cannon. He has the same old 3-tiered blast effects that we've seen since Siege that don't fit side by side anywhere in the figure. 2 littler ones. A little Zodiac for his chest. A hilt for a very wobbly sword, having some performance issues there. You can use the blast effect for the ion cannon, and then it's maybe a little too aggressive. He comes with a shoebox on wheels. And within that hides Hamster Hot Rod. And we can transform Hot Rod here, and yeah, pretty nice transformation. It's a pretty well made and well articulated figure for core class or so size. Doesn't have any real feet, but that's okay. The paint is real nice. He's pretty well articulated otherwise, and the face and head sculpt are great. He can sit on his little perch there with the gun on top of the shoebox. Also, I'm not going to show the base mode, but he does have this little gimmick here where he can spin around. Still accessories. Whee! Nice thing about Star Optimus is that the accessories also all have storage in robot or vehicle mode. And yeah, the legs open up and you can fit the little hamster vehicle in there. And you put the blast effects and all the other bits and bobs on the other side, the other leg. And everything fits nicely in there, so you won't lose everything. And Heavy Iron W has his card luggage. Very nice looking card. And yeah, he's got a lot of stuff on here, and dragon themed, the dragon theme throughout. And turn the tail into a sword, so he can double wield with the other sword that he comes with. The dragon head has an opening mouth, and there is some detail like a little cannon inside. Pretty cool. This is the sword that he comes with. Also turns into a gun of sorts. It's cool, though. The dragon theme, again, on his shoulders, on his chest, and even on the bladed weapon / gun, there's like a dragon head on it. So the theming is very consistent throughout, and that's appreciated. So he can hold both swords, double wield. Pop the dragon on his chest. And the little wing bits go on the side. They're pretty undersized for how big the figure is overall. I try to kind of spread them out, and, tilt them up a little bit so you can see them from the front view. All right, folks, gird your loins for some loud ratchets and the sound of an old man breathing. So any issues, or most of the issues with Star Optimus, QC issues, a couple of things just not staying on very well. Blast effects don't stay on very well. Guns don't stay in his hand very well. The hands themselves just don't hold things well. They kind of tried to go for something similar to like Commander class Jetfire. Just doesn't really work. These panels in the legs fall off constantly, as you'll see in the transformation segment. The backs of the legs, which turn into that little spinning platform for Hot Rod, don't stay on very well either. There's a well-known QC issue with Heavy Iron W that the head was snapping off, the ball joint, the rod that holds the ball joint on, I should say. It's a very expressive head otherwise, but I fixed that problem with a little shock oil there. Not sponsored, whatever brand that is. So that cleared things up on that front. Otherwise, the front has a tendency to not stay pegged in very well there, where the kind of main truck cab connects to the trailer and transformation. These hip skirts can pop off from time to time, as you saw during the posability segment. The ratchets in the ankles are incredibly weak. The thigh ratchets are very weak as well. It's hard for them to stand up straight in a lot of circumstances. Not great ratchets in the bottom half of Heavy Iron W. Transformation for both of these figures is not great. Optimus Prime turns into a brick with no actual separate cab and doesn't look very nice. I know it's an homage to the original Optimus Star Convoy, but it's not a great look for an alt mode. Maybe it's one saving grace over Heavy Iron W is that it can brandish its weapons in alt mode. Heavy Iron W fares a little bit better, at least the cab section does anyway. It sure would be nice if it turned into a kind of core robot on its own, but it does not. But the transformation into the cab is pretty satisfying, and everything holds together very well. It can poof, yeah. Trailer mode is not the greatest to transform. There's a lot of stuff that gets in the way of other stuff during the transformation just because the design of the robot mode took precedence, especially for the trailer piece, obviously. It's not horrible. Again, very clashy, and what you're left with is a big heavy brick, and that's about it. I will give it to Heavy Iron W. At least it has a separate cab. So yeah, Heavy Iron W wins, kind of based on the look and design of the toy, and as the kids say, aura. Thanks for visiting with us on Bart's Formers today. We'll see you on the next one.